I'm JP Johnson. I'm the principal at Corsicana Middle School. We are a 7th and 8th grade campus. This is our second year, so brand new as far as we're concerned. Second year in this campus, there's approximately 850 students, again 7th and 8th graders. We are 80% economically disadvantaged at this campus as well as the district.
We have over 600 special education students here at Corsicana ISD. From a district level perspective, I see that we implement inclusion at each of our campuses. Corsicana Middle School implements inclusion, and we've taken a step further to implement a CoTeach model.
For the past 4 years ago I should say, is when the district decided to focus on this Make It initiative and hire for this campus 4 certified inclusion teachers. So this is now year 4.
The terms inclusion and CoTeach are oftentimes used interchangeably, and they're really not. Those two words are different. Inclusion typically is just the extra support in the classroom. When you think CoTeach, you have 2 certified teachers in the classroom that have a shared responsibility for that student's success.
Just one, okay? You're just finding one. They give you the X and the Y. What's the formula for this?
X divided by Y.
Not X divided by Y.
Oh, Y.
Y divided by
So,
X.
what did I teach you yesterday about that? What was my motion? Remember that? Y divided by X. Do it.
We have 4 certified inclusion teachers. We assign 1 to each content. So my ELAR inclusion teacher will never go into the other 3 content. He stays solely in his content area. Our SPED teachers and our Gen Ed teachers work really closely together when planning. They do have a common planning period, and in fact, our SPED teachers actually created a tracking sheet that helps ensure the teacher, the Gen Ed teacher especially, follows the IEP and modifications for that student or those particular students.
The planning process for implementing an inclusion model starts from the top down and also from the paraprofessional all the way up through the director. If you do not have buy-in from every person within the system, it's not going to be successful.
From the campus perspective, it started with the hiring process for us. We were very intentional on who we hire or move into that inclusion position or positions. Also, we had a number of conversations with our staff, teachers, to help kind of put them at ease, because that was a pretty difficult transition in the beginning. And so we felt like it's important to get their input to make them feel like they were part of the process.
My advice to principals that are implementing this at smaller campuses or districts that are smaller, that do not have the staff available to implement a CoTeach model with a special education teacher and a general education teacher, is hiring paraprofessionals that have an understanding in the content area that you are hiring for.
Because of scheduling, there's no way for us to have our one teacher, that ELA teacher, let's say, in the ELA classes and not have to utilize anybody else. So even though this is ideal and it's best, we still have to use some paras and to fill the minutes as well.
If you are not able to hire a content level teacher, one of the things that happens at our campuses is that candidates are looked at to see if they are an aspiring teacher, someone who will continue their education to become a teacher in the future. In return, we're able to hopefully grow our own and hire into place our paraprofessionals into these teaching positions. As a smaller district, it would be easier to hire a paraprofessional than it is a teacher, and hopefully grow them into what you need them to be, and possibly into a teacher.
Ideally, it's easier, in my opinion, to transition somebody who already knows the campus, who's already employed. So if I do have one that leaves or moves on, moves up, I do look in-house first. And I will say the inclusion spots are really coveted. The teachers, a lot of other teachers really want the inclusion spots too, for a number of reasons. So I never have any problem with the number of applicants either, in-house and out of district as well.
We've decided as a district that we would prefer to create an upfront investment in hiring content experts and special education teachers for our inclusion support and CoTeach model. It can create a strain on the budget, but we also understand that it is an investment in student success. I have seen the student achievement growth at every campus that inclusion has been implemented in. That student growth reflects on our state reports that come back after our state assessments. This is research-based, it is evidence-based, it is good for students, and it's going to reflect in our scores when reported from TEA.
Our 8th grade STAR scores for our SPED students in 2017 increased 20 percentage points. In reading, math, they went up 13 percentage points. Science and social studies also showed double-digit growth. And then additionally, the number of office referrals from our SPED students in these inclusion classes have also decreased. And showing that kind of increase, I absolutely attribute most of that to our new inclusion model.